And welcome to Miller Games. Today I am going to be playing A Healer Only Lives Twice. This game I just found on the Steam homepage in the recently released section. It's a couple bucks, I think, like $4 or $5, and it looked very interesting to me. So we're going to go ahead and check it out. Now I did run a tiny bit. I ran through one kind of not level but tribe before recording this. I did record it, but unfortunately it the video didn't show up. So we're gonna go ahead and hit delete profile here and restart as if it's a clean game. Now there's a couple things just on this main screen here. In the upgrade section, I'll show you this again after the run, but basically every time we go into our dungeon we will earn points that we can use to upgrade different things. So we can upgrade the discipline, which I will show in a sec. Our torch, different stats and such, and then all sorts of other things. Recover mana on level up, recover health and level up, that kind of thing. They basically make it so that you can get further into the dungeon next time you run. In options, you see that the only option for controls is buttons. It basically just changes A or B if you're using a controller, or in my case, left click and right click, because they are the only things you ever use in this game. You don't do anything else. And then language, which just English and Japanese. So we'll go ahead and start a new game. We have a couple options here. We have main, which begins the story mode, main X, which begins the story mode with no upgrades. That just means that if we had purchased upgrades, even going back is right click, not escape, here, then they wouldn't apply to main X. And then we have trial, which basically puts you in a random encounter with a bunch of monsters. I kind of clicked on it to check it out. I didn't actually play it. It spawned a ton of scary looking enemies, so I just kind of like, nope. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into main. Hey, are you awake? I should have explained before. I'll explain the mechanics of the game after, but basically we're playing as this cleric. Looks like you had a bad dream. You okay? This is our little knight buddy. Don't worry, mapping dungeons is simple. Going into what's that? It's a DS game. It's like an RPG game. You go and map dungeons. Let's go. All the monsters are asleep. It's gonna bug me now. Oh well. Basically, yeah, we're going in to map this dungeon. Our knight guy has the bright idea this way of going while the monsters are sleeping, which is awesome. I mean, you don't have to fight any monsters, right? Don't need a full party or anything. We can just go into this knight and a cleric. I think this is the last one, or the last area. Cool. Dungeons map's done. Let's head back out. Uh-oh. Holy crap. So we took too long and the monsters have found us. Looks like we're gonna have to fight our way out. I'll leave the healing to you. Incoming. Alright, so we're gonna jump right on in. This game has no tutorial, so the first time I played it I was very confused right away. But basically we're going to fight these waves of enemies and try to get out. I've found that fighting the hardest enemy first is the way to go, because they do the most damage, obviously, and if you keep the front line kind of full of weak enemies, you'll find you have a much better time in the dungeon. So we control our knight here just with the mouse wheel there, and basically we just choose who he attacks, and that's it. We don't do anything else for the knight. He does everything on his own. We just leveled up, so we have an option or access to a couple different skills. We're gonna go ahead and heal though. Now what we do as the cleric is use our healing to basically keep the knight alive. He has a couple different areas that we have to heal. The head, both arms, his legs, and his torso. Wow, we just picked up a bunch of items. If there's no enemy in front of an item, it just pops into our inventory. So, what do we want? Yes, I know. Let's go ahead and get Heal All Limbs. Piety, basically what this does is we cast the spell, and then after 10 seconds it'll heal our little friend. And it has a pretty good heal, too. If I remember correctly. What happened? Oh, for a second I thought it didn't work or something. The enemy attacked right when it went off, so I had this mini thought of, did the enemy attacking cancel it? Anyways, this is the basic function of the game, or the basic... Yeah, it just got dark there for a second. That's because our torch almost went out. So basically, we just have to keep our knight alive and progress through the dungeon. Things get really complicated, though, as we get higher in. Now, this spell, Discipline here, it basically increases our XP gain. I've used it a couple times, so now we're sitting at 205% experience gain. This is awesome because it means we're leveling up quicker, obviously. Now, the mana regen. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I don't have a ton of experience. I'm still figuring out. But basically, there's a day-night cycle. Also, there's so many things to track on the screen. And when we hit nighttime, our mana regen goes up. So we're at 3.5 mana regen now, which is awesome. The mana bar is just in the bottom right here. We need it to cast spells. We're going to cast a bunch of this discipline spell while we have the mana and don't have to heal as much. I'm using the single heal, not the group heal or the full heal, just because I only need to heal like 1 or 2 limbs. We can hold the right mouse button to fast forward, by the way. That's what I've been doing at certain parts. And I did just pick up Courage. Oh, he just hit us twice. That's not good. Let's use a potion. I kind of like keeping those out of my inventory bar, especially the small potions. What Courage does is it increases attack for the next strike, as it says there. If you use it twice, however, your guy will get a piercing strike, like that. And I think how it works, I'm not sure, is if you kill an enemy completely, the rest of your damage will go through to the next enemy, which is pretty good. We just got this whetstone. It permanently increases attack by 2, so we're going to use it right away when we can. And I'll explain that stone we picked up in a sec too. This is going to be a long fight. Okay, let's keep going. We're going to take out this goblin first because he looks the toughest. Let's increase our discipline again. Actually, mana regen is 8 per second right now, so this is when you really want to be like pumping out these discipline spells. We'll do a full heal, why not? Just because you can, basically. So we have the full moon out. And I think how it works is the different moon phases give you different percent mana recovery. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. So we're now at 310% experience rate, which is awesome, experience gain. But what was I saying? Oh, we have another skill too. Man, we're leveling up so quickly. I'm kind of not used to this. Oh shoot, that's not what I wanted to do. This game doesn't have a tutorial. I think I mentioned that. So kind of figuring things out is really confusing at first, especially if you haven't played it at all. And even now, a lot of these things can just kind of throw me off. I don't really know, other than getting like the whetstone, and I think you can pick up armor too. I don't really know how you're supposed to increase our stats here. And I don't know what this bar is either, but I'm sure we'll find out. Let's go ahead and increase our full heal. Does that increase the mana cost? I don't think so. I think it was at 25 before. So that's kind of cool. I'm just going to fast forward through a fair bit of this fight. Let's take out the stronger guys first. My guy's sword. Okay, so his sword was gold for a second there, and then he hit them all. I think this was full too. Maybe we get special attacks when that bar fills out. We'll have to keep an eye on that in the future. Oh, geez, he just hit me twice. Let's use our small health potion. Alright, so this red stone we picked up. I think there's one in each round of enemies. And basically you can use it to kill all the enemies at once. Which seems awesome, I know. But it's actually not that great. Because, unfortunately, it also gets rid of all our items and experience, too. So we actually don't gain anything from the enemies that we kill. Which is pretty bad. So I kind of want to stick away from that for now, at least. Reverse current moon phase. I have no idea what this does. Maybe it sends time backwards? That seems like it's plausible. Okay, we gotta level up. Let's get, creates small, moderate, or large mana potion at random. Exchange target limb health for mana. Grants double strike, increases attack, but lowers defense for 10 seconds. That seems good. We're not taking a lot of damage. Cures serious wounds. Oh, we should probably get that one. Creates protective shield. Let's get cures serious wounds. We have 2 level ups. Let's get this one. I'm not watching my levels. So, I mentioned the limbs up in the corner here. This is our knight. If a limb goes all the way to 0, we actually cannot heal our knight any further, which is pretty bad because I'm assuming once you lose all the limbs you die, but having more limbs just means more areas for enemies to attack. So say we were down 3 limbs, we would then only have... Oh, wait, so our bar is full. Let's watch here for a second. Yeah, he did some kind of special attack there. I don't see any more. We're clear for now. Say you lost 3 limbs and you only had 2 limbs left. That means that all the enemy's attacks are just going to be hitting those 2 limbs, which means the damage on those limbs is going to be much higher. And it'll be harder to kind of heal in time to rescue our knight. Now, when the bar hits 0, we can't heal it anymore because the limb's kind of busted. That doesn't look good. I haven't made it this far, so I don't know what these guys are doing. What, we're on tier 3 now? We're almost out of torch, too. That's kind of freaking me out. What? That did so much damage. Oh, I should have hit that guy. Heal. No! All of our torches burned out. Okay, so we lost because we ran out of torches. That's unfortunate. Let's go ahead and do another run, though. You hit level 6 and 66% of EXP, 5.5 days. So we got a score of 241. I think that's how many points we get. Yeah, so we get 291 points now to level up our people. Or just our cleric, actually. And this is pretty cute. I saw that last time. So when you die in this game, it goes back to the home screen and your little cleric is just dreaming of how you died. Which, I think it's a pretty neat touch because, I mean, I keep saying cleric, it's healer. A healer only lives twice. Fits that because, you know, you die in your dream and then you're alive again. So it's kind of like you had 2 lives. But then the next time you die, you still just died in your dream and wake up again. So hence you have 2 lives again. So you basically have 2 lives forever, which is kind of cool. It's also kind of sad because this guy is just dreaming of seeing our knight friend die right in front of him. And then he wakes up and he's like, oh man, I can't let that happen. And then it happens again. And then he wakes up and he's like, no, not again. But let's go and check out our upgrades. I digress. I think, so discipline is our skill that gives us experience as we level up. So it seems like that's good to increase. I don't think we can really get a lot of other things. Recover some materials after using an item for fuel. That sounds good too, hey? I don't know how to use an item for fuel though. Could we, what is it? Improve efficiency when using an item as fuel for a torch. What? Does that mean just when we use a torch? I didn't show you guys the crafting at all. Too. There is crafting in this game as well, though it's pretty simple but really cool. I don't understand. Let's start with discipline. Let's get mana cost of discipline down, and then maybe bonus up. Cooldown seems good too, but we don't use it quick enough to really need that. Yeah, let's go with that for now, I think. And see how that goes maybe in the next run. But just as a couple final thoughts, this game is really cool. It's really unique in a lot of ways. Very simple gameplay once you know how to do it. Like I said, there's no tutorial, so it can be very confusing at first. But once you have it down, it has a nice little charm to it. It's cool that you can speed it up too, so you can kind of get through the first wave nice and quick. But yeah, we'll have to play it a little more to see how it goes as we get further into the dungeon, see what the difficulty curve is like, because that was pretty easy so far. We actually died to running out of time, not to dying due to not healing our guy enough, but we'll see how it goes. The enemies were getting a little tougher there at the end. When the little imp charges his rod, it seems to do quite a bit of damage to, I think, all of our limbs, which is scary. But nonetheless, if you liked the video, leave a comment and a like down below, and I will see you guys in the next episode of A Healer Only Lives Twice.